Welcome to another edition of Between Two Falcons. I'm Vice President for Athletics at UTPB, Scott Larson, and joined today by Spencer White, Student Athletic Trainer. Spencer, welcome to Between Two
Thank you.
Falcons. What mention you're a Student Athletic Trainer? What year are you?
I'm almost a senior, so I'm a junior.
So that makes sense. And I assume athletic training major or something else?
Human performance major, transferring into a master's program for athletic training.
Awesome. Where do you want to do that?
Either Tarleton or Tech.
Okay.
Most likely Tech.
Gotcha. Awesome. And you're from Midland originally.
Yes, sir.
You didn't come to UTPB as a freshman. Where did you start?
I started at South Plains Junior College.
Okay. Why South Plains?
I got a scholarship, good program, hands-on experience, which a lot of programs didn't offer. So.
Gotcha. So you had an opportunity to be around some pretty successful teams there. Did you work with track or basketball? And
I worked with both, and and some of those track athletes are Olympian level athletes.
Yeah, I bet that'd be a great experience.
Very much so. We won 4 national championships with track.
Wow, that's awesome. So being from Midland, where'd you go to high school?
Legacy.
Legacy. Gotcha. Did you almost slip and say Lee right there?
I did.
So were you there when the change happened, or was that before you got there?
That was right after I graduated.
Oh, after you graduated. So you actually graduated from Lee, and the name is now Legacy now.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. So did you live in Midland your whole life?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Very cool. So you came up through and all that. So brothers, sisters?
2 brothers, one of which is a twin, a minute older.
Wow. So where do you, I guess you and your sister fall in that continuum of oldest, youngest?
Brothers, yeah.
They're older?
Yes, I'm the youngest in the family.
You're the youngest in the family, including the twin, because your twin is a minute older than you. Fraternal?
Yes.
Gotcha. Awesome. So now those are the more, I guess, regular type questions. Now we're going to ask some other ones.
Okay.
How long you had the beard?
Oh, I've had the beard since start of middle school.
Really?
Yes, sir.
You grew a full beard in middle school?
Yes, sir.
How did your classmates, teachers, how did that go?
Teachers, they were fine with it. Classmates, they were put off by it because seemed a lot older than them.
So they wanted to feel older, and they were jealous that you...
Yes.
Was it in middle school, was it that full?
No.
No. Have you had it the whole time since then, or have you shaved it on occasion?
I've shaved it on occasions. Like when it wasn't as full, I'd shave it.
Gotcha.
But I just upkeep it now.
I like it. Do you have a girlfriend?
I do not.
Okay, I was going to ask how she felt about the beard. But I guess we don't have to worry about that just yet.
The last one I had, she liked it.
Gotcha.
I mean, granted, she was 4 years older than me.
Wow. So she liked the older man look kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
She didn't know how young I was until she had asked. She goes, "Oh, I thought you were older than me."
By that time, she'd already fallen hard. Nothing she can do about it.
Yep. That one lasted 6 months.
Gotcha. Getting back to athletic training, what draws you to athletic training? What gives you the passion for athletic training?
So, I've always wanted to be in the medical field, but I've also known that I'm not great with surgeries. Like, I can watch them all day long, but I can't do them. Mm-hmm. And my family are a big sports family. Both brothers were in sports. My twin played football, and he golfed. Oh, wow. He was really good at golf, but it also kind of happened to be, since we were twins, we'd get out of school at the same time, but it was very difficult for my parents to come pick one up, one time, and then turn around an hour later to come pick the other one up. So I just asked if I could help out on the staff. They said yes. Started with water, and then you can go to college for this, right? And I was like, nope. And they're like, yeah, let's get you in contact with our high school athletic trainer. Yeah. And let's go from there. It's ever since.
That's awesome. Still love it?
I do.
Yeah. What athletic training? What's your ultimate career goal?
Ultimate career goal. Ooh. Probably to be kind of like where Tom is at.
Gotcha.
Probably start out high school level.
Sure.
Is not as big. There's room to grow and move into college level. Gotcha. Ultimately, college level is where I want to be because you're dealing with more mature athletes. They understand more of what's going on. those athletes actually want to be there instead of they're just there to be there, that kind of stuff.
Gotcha. Very cool. So is that the ultimate career goal? Be a head athletic trainer
Yes,
somewhere? Yes, sir. Gotcha. At the collegiate level?
Yes, sir.
Very cool. So obviously you're from Midland, went to South Plains, talking about doing a master's, maybe at Texas Tech. Mm-hmm. Any desire to leave West Texas, or is West Texas where it's at for you?
Depends. If the money's elsewhere, I'll follow the money.
The money and the job,
let's
right?
be real here.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, can't do anything without money.
That's very true. Very true. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food depends what we're talking. If we're talking finger foods, it's gonna be ribs. If we're talking sit down and eat, it's gonna be a good lasagna.
Good lasagna. You don't sit down and eat ribs?
I'm usually walking around eating ribs because usually ribs are at parties and stuff like that.
Does that get messy?
Yes.
Face,
Yeah.
on your shirt, all that.
Not on the shirt, face. Oh yeah.
Does the sauce get in the beard and
oh yeah,
that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah.
So you have to do regular mirror checks to make sure everything's good there. Favorite place you've ever vacationed or took a trip?
Didn't do much vacationing as a kid, and still haven't now. Favorite place I've been is probably going to be Washington. Very nice.
State?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Very nice.
All right. Where's some place that you've never been that you would love to go at some point? Dream destination.
In terms of visits, New York and Washington, D.C.
Okay. All right. Well, so nothing overseas. You just got to stay in the U.S.
I don't think any opportunity will present itself to go overseas.
All right. Well, if you're a collegiate athletic trainer, they take foreign tours and do that kind of stuff.
That is
from time
true.
to time.
That is true,
So,
but doubtful that the team would pay for me on a leisurely vacation like that.
well, not necessarily vacation, but with the team, you could do that. So you mentioned New York and Washington, D.C. Does that mean you've never been to the East Coast at all? Or
No.
How far east have you been? What's the furthest east you've been?
Washington.
State?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're further east than Washington State.
That's true.
Yeah.
My geography is not the best.
That's all right. So going that way, what's the farthest you've been?
Not very far. Haven't been past the state of Texas.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So like Dallas, Tyler?
Yeah, that's about it.
Really?
Yep.
Man, we got to get you on some trips and get you seeing the world and,
Yeah, I mean,
and everything else.
on the opposite side of the United States, I've been to California.
Right. Yeah. So the West Coast you've been to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not the
So
other
the
one.
East Coast. Why the draw to New York City and Washington, D.C.?
New York City, I want to go see the Twin Tower Monument.
Yeah, that's very
And then
sobering.
Washington, D.C., I want to go see all the, like, the state building, stuff like that. The White House.
Smithsonian,
Yeah.
Capitol, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you won't see it all in one trip. It's multiple trips. There's a lot of stuff there to see. If you were an animal, what would you be and why?
Never really thought about that question.
I know it's a random question, but
I'd probably see myself as probably a sheepdog.
why's that?
I tend to look out for those around me more so than myself, and if I have to, I can be very aggressive.
Gotcha. Well, hopefully you don't get too aggressive here.
No, we'll be fine.
What's your favorite part about being at UTPB?
Ooh, favorite part about being at UTPB? One, closer to home, so you know, cost is down.
Sure.
Two, the athletic programs are really good. My hands-on experience with the AT program is really nice.
What sports have you worked with directly in your time here?
Directly, football, softball, soccer, baseball, volleyball, men's basketball, and swim and dive.
So a healthy percentage.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a favorite sport to work with? Not necessarily in terms of the coaches and things like that, but is there a student athlete, not a student athlete, but a sport that has a particular type of student athlete that you prefer, or is there some higher maintenance than others? Generally speaking, stereotypically.
Generally speaking, so if we're talking fall, it's going to be probably women's soccer and football and volleyball. If we're talking spring, it can be baseball.
Gotcha. Interesting. What, say we went favorite food, we went favorite vacation destination. What's your favorite color?
Royal blue and ash gray.
Royal blue and ash gray. Is there a reason for that? Is that like a favorite team's colors or
Nope.
anything? No?
Just very, very.
And those
nice.
are oddly
very,
specific.
yes.
Not
very,
just blue and gray.
Nope.
Royal blue and ash gray.
Very sharp colors.
Okay.
Like you can tell what's a royal blue and what's a blue.
Oh, absolutely.
And what's an ash gray and what's a gray.
Absolutely. That's interesting. So being from Texas and never going east, are you a professional sports wise? Are you a fan of all the Dallas teams or?
I don't really keep up with any professional sports. It's too political.
Too political. All right. Fair enough.
If I'm going to watch sports, I just want to watch sports. I don't want to have to deal with politics.
Gotcha. Yeah, it seems to have gotten that way over the last few years, for sure. But Spencer, I think that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Between Two Falcons, and make sure to tune in again for the next edition of the show.